Hello peasants of YouTube, welcome to another That's Just Joe video. My name's Joe and that's about it. But that's not about it. We finally got a poster released for Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the follow-up to Jedi Fallen Order, which was probably one of the biggest Star Wars games and one of the best Star Wars games I've played in years. This has come as an announcement that they are going to be revealing gameplay footage at the Game Awards on Thursday. This comes from Jeff Keighley, I think his name is. He's that presenter, that presenter guy. So this is our first look. This is Cal Kestis. He's a little bit older. He's got a little bit of stubble, you know. Love a bit of stubble. And he's still got his lightsaber he acquired in the first game. And he's got his little droid, and I forgot his name. That's really bad, but I haven't played this game in years. I recently just rebought the first game, but I haven't managed to replay it recently, but I'm definitely going to now, following up to this. Now, some more interesting news has come out about Jedi Survivor, so I'm very much looking forward to the gameplay and everything. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. They did such a great job with the first game. I was a huge fan of it, but I'm really interested to see where this takes place in the canon of Star Wars. Is it going to take place after Return of the Jedi? I'm not 100% sure. I bet you it's been announced and I don't even know. But if we go to this article from Kotaku, I think it is. So Star Wars Jedi Survivor leak makes early 2023 look like mayhem. Apparently a March release date has been leaked by Steam, which is the main game library thing. You can purchase the game, and obviously it goes on to state the sequel to EA's only great Star Wars game throughout its entire 10-year exclusivity deal with Disney looks like it will come out on March 16th 2023. I have to disagree. I think Battlefront 2 is a very, very strong game, but it's more of a multiplayer game. I think in terms of the strongest story game, I completely agree that Jedi Fallen Order is up there. But the reason for the leak is because Steam, this comes from Wario64 for these screenshots, but on Steam, they have obviously got the teaser trailer that was showcased at, I think, Star Wars Celebration or E3. I think it was Star Wars Celebration. They've got the trailer, but they also have the release date as March 15th, 2023. You can pre-order it at that time, but now you can't. I've just checked on my Steam. I am in the UK, so it might be different, but there's no pre-purchase or anything. But what's even more exciting is if you pre-purchase the game, the deluxe edition, you get these awesome cosmetics. Yay, more cosmetics. You get this sort of Han Solo looking costume for Cal Kestis. BD1, is that it? BD1, sorry, apologies, I know the robot's name now. BD1 sort of skin, looks a bit green and everything, and then you get Han Solo's blaster set as well. Rebel hero costume, this is obviously reminiscent of Luke at the end of A New Hope. Another BD1 cosmetic, but more like R2-D2 this time, and you get the Rebel hero lightsaber set. So this is just a different hilt from Cal Kestis's, and it's very reminiscent of Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. Yes, I'm going to say Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber because it was his first. It's not Rey's, it's not Luke's, it's Anakin's. Anyway, there was even more leaks about the pre-purchase. So pre-purchase bonus for the standard edition, you can get the Hermit cosmetic. So this is, again, very reminiscent of Obi-Wan Kenobi's desert costume. From the comics, the expanded universe, actually, and not the Obi-Wan Kenobi game. TV show. Also, you get a Hermit lightsaber set hilt. And this is episode 1 and episode 2's Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber hilt. It's one of my favourite Star Wars hilts, actually. And you get a combustion blaster set. And this, I believe, is a Naboo blaster, possibly, or it's the one from Obi-Wan Kenobi he uses to fend off the stormtroopers. Personally, I'm very, very excited for this game. So it says the story of Cal Kestis continues in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a third-person galaxy-spanning action-adventure game from Respawn Entertainment developed in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. This narratively driven single-player title picks up 5 years after the events of Jedi Fallen Order and follows Cal's increasingly desperate fight as the galaxy descends further into darkness. Pushed to the edges of the galaxy by the Empire, Cal will find himself surrounded by threats new and familiar. So it's still during the original trilogy timeline by the looks of it. Pushed on the edges of the galaxy, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, as one of the last surviving Jedi Knights, Cal was driven to make a stand during the galaxy's darkest times. But how far is he willing to go to protect himself, his crew, and the legacy of the Jedi Order? To be honest, Cal doesn't have to worry because Luke's going to take care of it, and then Rey Skywalker, and then whoever after that. Continue Cal's journey, no longer a Padawan, so definitely the skills are going to be off the bloody charts. Go beyond your training. The cinematic combat system returns with additional Force abilities and new lightsaber fighting styles. That's great that they're evolving the fighting sort of style of the character. Explore an untamed galaxy. Discover new planets and familiar frontiers in the Star Wars galaxy, each with unique biomes, challenges, and enemies. Master new skills, equipment, and abilities that will augment the ways you explore, fight, and roam. With larger areas to explore and more to discover the beaten path, players who adventure beyond the horizon will find hidden rewards. So it sounds like this sequel to Fallen Order is going to be way more expansive, like it's going to be huge. I don't think they realised how big Fallen Order was going to be, but that's their fault because they made a fantastic game. And it sounds like there's going to be more to do in this game. I think it's going to be longer, personally, in terms of the story mode. But I really hope it. I think one of the mechanics I didn't like about the first game is when you hop planet to planet. I wanted to go to more planets. I wanted to visit more worlds and do certain challenges and everything. So I'm hoping they're going to instigate that a bit more, and it does sound like it reading this, but I'm very excited to see how the story develops. And that's one thing I loved about this game, was the story. Cal Kestis is a fantastic character. Why they haven't made a Disney Plus show, I will never know, but I guess it's so we can play the game and find the story out ourselves and take it the way we want to. So yeah, overall, very, very excited for Jedi Survivor. Are you going to be buying this? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and may the Force be with you. And I can say that this time because it's actually to do with Star Wars. Lol.